what's up guys? This is my Nightster 975. I figured I'd make like a little video of maybe the upgrades I've done to this bike right here. Little minimal, but you know, it's to my liking of what I've wanted so far. Since it's like a brand new, not brand new, but like a new bike to the lineup. It's only been out maybe for like 5 years. It's so limited for aftermarket parts. Let me see. Well, yeah, just enjoying, you know, the beautiful sunset. Figured, I'm not too tired from work. Maybe I could do the video right now. But anywho, so I guess I'll start with maybe what everybody buys, but I'll still mention it. And sorry for, you know, all the dead bugs. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is my daily warrior. I use it for work every day, even if it rains. Well, sometimes I'll get scared away and, you know, take my car. But anywho, I went with the quad lock. It keeps your phone in place. Really well known. Gets a little like, getting used to, but I recommend buying, the vibration dampener. Supposedly, it protects from, these expensive phones that have that camera, the sensor that can mess up with the vibration of the bike. So that supposedly helps it. All right, that's the first one. I mean, that's a must. That's like the first thing I bought. I think I bought it like the second day I got this bike. For my second thing I did to this bike was this beautiful Settlement, what is this one called? Road Sofa. There you go. So this is a comfortable seat. It's a must. I still haven't had my girl right here. I haven't bought the pegs, and I don't feel too, comfortable. I'm almost to a year. Maybe I'll consider it, but, I still have to, feel more confident, having a passenger right here. Anyways, this road sofa, it's very comfortable and all, but the only complaint I would have about it would be when I have to feel it. I'll give you an example. As you can tell, and if you're not aware, on the Nightster, this is not your tank. Nope. Like, if you look right here, like, no, this is definitely not your tank. This is where the air box is at. Air goes in here. Let me give you a better view. Hold up. Air goes in here, and actually, I'll take off this cover. That is a fake screw, whatever you want to call it. It just bloop. But right in there, that's your air. I want to buy a more better looking air filter, air intake filter, whatever we call them. But anyway, air goes in there. Put that in there. Into here, and booyah. Where's my tank? Right there. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but I'll give you a quick view of what it is to like fuel up this bike. I have to take off this thumb screw right here. It's kind of annoying. Boom, take that off, put it in my pocket, and then you grab your key. Booyah. And there is your fuel tank. I believe all the bikes, this is the base model. They all come with a tender charger. And that's where you fill up, 3 gallons. That's the only bad thing about the seat. You have to do all that, So there, this one, just this extra step on this thumb screw. That's my registration, my insurance, whatnot. Yeah, I mean, it's comfy. I've been to San Francisco. I've been to Reno, Lake Tahoe. Pretty long trips from where I live, and it's pretty comfortable, All right, then. Anyway, yeah, you have to like make sure that's on there and put back that thumb screw. All right, and nice and there it goes. Cool. That was my second upgrade. Third upgrade, and it's a must for this power plant. If you're not aware, the Rev Max, this is the brand new motor, the Rev Max. This is the 975 variant. It's water cooled, so it's not your usual Harley that it's air cooled, whatnot. Nope, this one has its radiator. It's little fan over here, which I'm pretty sure you've seen right now. Well, the fan is right in there. And yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I almost forgot. This is my one of my first upgrades too. This radiator guard. I do a lot of highway miles, so last thing I wanted is a rock or something to chip into my radiator. make it be expensive and whatnot. The thing that I did next, that I was saying, is the pipe. This is the S&S Grand National. Yeah, it's a must. The stock exhaust on this, it sucks. It sounds like a, excuse me, it sounds like a sewing machine. That's what we call it. Now, this thing was all black. It matched my heat shields right here. But these S&S, you know, they have the tendency of chipping off with the heat. You know, this bike does run very hot. So I had a lot of chips. So I ended up taking off the slip-on, you know, sanding it down. You know, you can tell my crappy job I did. And this is what I did. I'm planning on getting this, you know, this little brownish bronze tan on it with the heat cycles. I think it looks gonna look nice. And like if it rusts, which is my only like risk or thing that worries me, it's just my excuse to buy my full exhaust finally. It's expensive. They're like, I think it's like 1,200. I think it's called the TBR. Yeah, but yeah, that's my fully, like, this is something you need to buy. The camera does not make any justice for it. You know, a little video of the boot up right here. Again, the camera does not make any justice, you know, the sound this makes. Couple of revs. Yeah, it sounds beautiful. It's loud. I took off the silencer because with the silencer it sounds good when you're on the bike, you know. But when you're idling, it still sounds kind of like a sewing machine, just slightly louder. And with the other exhaust, the stock one, not only did it sound like a sewing machine, this engine is very like rowdy. It sounds like your typical like on my 4-cylinder car, it's a lot of ticking, and it's because this bike technically has VTEC. It's a variable valve timing, so it's very rowdy when it idles and in cold starts. It's insane. But other than that, I mean, this exhaust, it does its job. Anyway, back to subject. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with me. My last real upgrade that I did was these mirrors, these bar end mirrors. I don't know what thread I used for this, but the stock mirrors, I just didn't like them. From factory, they go like right here, you know, right here. What is this? 6 inches almost sticking out, you know. Same thing with the other side. And no way. Like, I had so many close calls when I was lane splitting. So I flipped them, right? And the bad thing is they were like right here. So when I was, you know, on the throttle, I would hit it sometimes. Or when I had to look behind me, you know, let me hop on the bike, I had to, like, you know, I don't have those stock ones, but to the people that have them, you know what I mean. I would have to lift my, you know, my wrist, you know, really to like take a good peek. So I ended up buying these Kamimoto bar end mirrors. And they're beautiful. I love them. I think it gives a better look. I don't no longer have to. I could just see from right here. There's my riding position right here. So yeah, I mean, that was technically my last like big upgrade. I want to do more. I really want to buy some bags for this, some saddle bags, but the ones from Harley, they're nice and all, but they're like vinyl. I don't know, leather, vinyl, whatever you call them. And I kind of want like a hard plastic, something that matches this black right here. And Harley doesn't sell that. And it's $800. You still have to buy the relocation kit for these lights, which end up like right here. And that's another like $150, I think. And that's insane. I was considering Viking bags, but I think they came out with some new ones that they're right next to the, you know, right here. They don't stick out like this. The ones that they had, they would stick out like right here. A big gap, ugly gap right here. And I was like, no. So I've been waiting. So I've been rocking my backpack, you know. Yeah, I ended up buying this hiking backpack from the North Face. What is this, the Borealis? and it's perfect. It's comfortable, and my arms do not hate me for it. But yeah, that's technically my main upgrades I've done to this bike. I mean, what else can I say? I mean, I love this bike. It's my first real bike. I started on a Duke 250, and I did the big jump to this bike, and I don't regret it. Now, do I have any complaints maybe about this bike? I think one thing is I really wish I had, a fairing, a windshield, but they do sell some. There's a couple of companies that make them. There's some on Amazon, and I just think it ruins the look. And if I am to install one, I have to technically put on some risers on my bike, and I really don't want to. I really like having that aggressive position, This is their sport bike from Harley, And now, yeah. Another complaint, I already said it, it's the fuel tank. Kind of hate how it's under there, but it does help with the weight of the center of gravity. It's just like it helps. You don't have to fight the heavy weight of the tank like in those heavier Harleys. So yeah, this bike is slept on a lot. There's a couple that I've seen here in my town, but yeah, lots of the Harley people that I know, they just hate on this bike. They're like, it's not a real Harley. It's water cooled. It doesn't sound good. It does have a sound like a sport bike. It does kind of sound like it. But yeah, they really hate on it. They really love their air cooled, slow Harleys, which I'm not hating. I really want a Road Glide or a Road King eventually. But yeah, they're just so they don't like where Harley's going. Harley's going, with new technology. This is what it is. And there's one variant. There's two variants. There's 3 bikes and 2 variants. The Nightster, you can get it with this one. The Rev Max, the Revolution Max 975. That's exclusive for the Nightster. And then they have the Sportster S, which it doesn't really look like a Harley. It's like I don't know, it's weird. I say it's more like for people who come from a sport bike to a Harley. Maybe that's what they were trying to do. I'll put a picture if I can. And that one has another variant of the Revolution Max. It's the 1250cc. So more torque, more horsepower. And I think it has from the stock tune, higher speed. This one only tops off at 114, 115. Speaking of, that's going to be my next modification. I want to tune it with the Dyno Jet, is that what it's called? I believe so. Which deletes the governor, and I think it makes this throttle a bit more responsive. But anywho, yeah, the Sportster S, it has I think 120 horsepower. This one has 90. That one has, okay, I'm not even gonna lie, I don't know how much torque it has, but I believe this one is like 70, 75. I'm not exactly sure, but again, it's perfect. I could keep up with sport bikes, but once they exceed 100, I'm left in the dust. I top out at 114, yeah, but yeah, man, I'm just waiting for more things to come out for it. I've seen a couple of YouTube videos where guys, they make they put that fairing that I'm talking about, and they paint it. They messed with some other old Sportster bags in Viking bags. I mean, and yeah, it was a custom look that they did, and it looked nice. There's a couple of videos, but yeah, it is the Nightster really. Yeah, it's perfect for what I need it. I commute. I occasionally on the weekends I will escape from my family and go on a long ride. And this baby has been reliable so far. I only had this bike since November, so now it's been roughly 9-10 months since I got this bike. 0 miles. I got it brand new, and now this baby, I just skipped it, but it has 8,500 miles. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so she's been ridden quite a bit for a year. Not your average bike mileage, I would say. But yeah, this is my daily. This is the base model, like I said. This one does not have that LCD screen. I don't know if it's bigger on the sport. It's called the Sportster Special. I mean, not Sportster. What am I saying? It's called the Nightster Special, and it has an LCD screen, and it comes with your cruise control. It comes with like a little infotainment system, so you can put like your maps and everything. And it tells you like your temperatures, you know, like it's more detailed, more stuff that could go wrong. That's what I would say. So I think I kind of dodged the bullet. I read a lot of forums where they're saying that those Nightster, especially like the first models, that was like 2022 if I'm not mistaken, they have a lot of electrical issues. The ones with the special, the ones with the LCD screen. So I think I felt like I dodged the bullet. This one has not given me any issues. 8,000 miles later, 9 months later, she's doing what she's supposed to do, you know? So no complaints there. Another thing I forgot to touch on, you know how I said it is a water-cooled bike and whatnot, whatever. The maintenance on this is so easy, like on a sports bike, your normal Japanese sport bike. Just one hole, drain it, top it off again, you know? It's under the bike. And again, not like your usual Harley. All right, that was my girl calling me. Oops, that interrupted the video. Hopefully it doesn't mess it up. Where was I? God, I don't even remember where I was at. Oh yeah, I think I was talking about like the maintenance on this bike. It's only one hole. On your normal Harley, they call it the 3-hole service, and it's, you know, it's kind of complicated. The bike has to be upright, I believe, you know, and I think it's slightly more expensive. And yeah, too much. This one, not the case. Just your oil filter, which is located where is it again? Where's my oil? Where is it? Man, I can't believe I lost it. Oh, there you go. It's right here, right under the shifter. And then obviously my drain hole is under, you know, just boom, 4 quarts and 4 quarts back in. It varies. I mean, I think Harley did a good job with this bike. I mean, I don't know how new it is. I didn't know, at least, but they have the Brembo, you know, the Brembo brakes, you know, brake system, you know. Yeah, it's all Brembo right here. See? But yeah, it's beautiful. That's I was sold when I seen that. But yeah, this bike, it's I love it a lot. Too bad it's slept on a lot, hated on, in other words. But I think it's a very good, I guess this could be a beginner bike. When I bought this bike, it has 3 modes. It has rain mode, city mode or road mode, whatever you want to call it, and sport mode. 3 modes. When I took off and I talked to the guy, you know, the sales guy, he told me, you're jumping from a 250 to a 975cc bike. I recommend using rain mode. And I told him, hell yeah, I might kill myself. And yeah, I think I used rain mode maybe like a week. You know, I was kind of scared of this bike when I first bought it, and grew out of it. Went to road mode, and yeah, the throttle, all it does is just the throttle is more sensitive, you know. Road mode, I didn't like it too much. I think it's too, well, at least for me. Lots of people say sport mode is, but I think road mode is more like the response on the throttle is not the greatest. Sport mode is just perfect. I think sport mode is where this bike has to be on always when you're using it. and I forgot to say, when I first put it on sport mode, it was like on an intersection. I was on red light, and I was like, screw it. Let me put it on sport mode and see what this thing does. And the stock seat, it's just like a little seat. There's no back support, right? So like, I almost like Superman this bike. I would almost just hung by the handlebars because I just slid right off my seat. That was like my sign. Hey, that seat, not this one, the seat that I had is not only uncomfortable, but it does not keep me in place. And this one, not only does it keep me in place, it's comfortable. So yeah, I highly recommend a seat that has this support. It doesn't have to be this road sofa. They also have other variants for Saddleman, and even Harley Davidson has their own, like, I think it's called the switchback seat. I was gonna get it, but I needed something comfortable, and this what did it. But yeah, that's it. this is my review slash upgrades that I did to it. Had a couple of questions in my first video that I made about my mirrors and my exhaust. So yeah, there it is. My girl bought me this Guardian bell, and it stayed on there, you know. I love this thing. But yeah, I mean, this is it. I don't know what else to say. I don't want to bore you guys either. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I appreciate the views, I mean. Oh god, I suck at this. All right, peace.